Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, the figure below shows a cylinder with a diameter of 1.8 meters and a height of 3.2 meters. What is the volume V of the cylinder in cubic meters? So we're gonna be looking for the volume of the cylinder, right? And they're giving us a couple of measurements. This is the diameter, 1.8 meters, and this is the height, 3.2 meters, right? And what is the very first thing that I need to identify? Well, what about if we look at the figure and we identify the diameter, which is 1.8. So I will write down label D equals 1.8, and 3.2 is the height, so I will write down H equals 3.2 meters, right? The next thing I need to do is I need to write down the formula to find the volume of a cylinder. And the formula is V equals capital B times H, where capital B stands for area of the base. And in this case, my base is a circle, right? So let's go ahead and shade my bases. Okay, so there is one base, and opposite of that, it has to be another congruent base, right? So both of them are my circles. And I'm gonna write down capital B over here. Because remember, capital B stands for area of the base. Okay, so I'm gonna write down my formula for area of a circle. And the formula is pi radius squared. Okay, so what I want to do next, I'm gonna go to the actual formula, and I will replace capital B with pi radius squared, and the height I am gonna bring it down. Okay, so notice how I remove the capital B and I'm replacing it with the formula for area of a circle. So I am gonna write down parentheses for my numbers or my symbols, which in this case is pi, and the radius, if my diameter is 1.8, please don't write down 1.8. That's not my radius. My radius is actually half of that. So my radius will be equals to 0.9 meters. So I will write down 0.9 meters squared, and the height is 3.2 meters. Okay, so let me take a little bit of time to show you what I'm replacing. So pi, I still have the pi. Okay, my radius is gonna be 0.9. Okay, and the height it's 3.2. Okay, so I am replacing each one of those components of my formula with either the symbol or my value for the radius and the height. So if you input all that in the calculator, okay, you will get an answer that is very close to one of my answers. Now, one thing that I want to point out is, what does it mean by 0.9 squared? I know that you have a key in the calculator for the square, but I want to remind you that this actually means 0.9 times 0.9. It doesn't mean times 2, it means 0.9 times 0.9. Okay, so what's my answer for this one? I will get something very close to 8.14, and now remember that volume is measured with cubic, and of course will be meters, right? So let's look at my answer choices, and I do notice that my answer choice, the closest is letter B. I have right there the answer.